It's Matty Lee here, and welcome to the After Dive Pod. We are here every single week, sharing untold stories from your favourite athletes. Let's get into the episode. Alice KINSELLA is an Olympic bronze medalist and one of Team GB's leading artistic gymnasts. In this episode, Alice shares insight into becoming a mother during her elite career and making the decisions to return to top-level gymnastics soon after giving birth, and speaks to the importance of flexible training structures, mental well-being, and realistic expectations during life transitions. Here's a quick preview on what's to come.
People look at gymnastics and think you can't have a baby and go back to the sport. I would like to show people that you can still become a mom and come back to the sport you love. I've achieved everything I want to achieve. I've got an Olympic medal, Commonwealth, Worlds, Europeans. I've had a baby. I'm getting married. I think everything that I'm doing is right for me to get me to where I want to be.
Please welcome Alice KINSELLA. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. How are you today?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. So obviously, I know you, and I've known you for some time. We obviously have come across each other at Tokyo Olympics and Birmingham. They're the two, mainly right? They're the only two. Birmingham. Did you go to Gold Coast Commonwealth
Yes,
Games
I
as well?
did.
Yeah, well, that one as well.
Yeah.
Because gymnastics and diving don't really cross over too much, do
No,
they?
they don't.
Sadly, but very similar. I feel like the only sport I can ever say that's similar to diving is gymnastics.
I mean, yeah,
But obviously, it's not the same. There's water in mine.
same
and
but different.
There's land in yours. So if you don't land right, you can do some. Well, we both can do some serious damage,
Good.
to say the least. And of course, recently, 6 months ago, I heard almost 6 months ago, you had a baby boy,
I did.
Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah. How has that been, being a mum?
It's been my favourite part of life so far.
Yeah.
It's my biggest achievement, and yeah, I've loved every single minute of it.
No, and like, if anyone doesn't know, which I'm sure they already do, you're an Olympic bronze medalist. Obviously, that's a huge achievement that I love, and I would agree as well. Like that, if I was to ever have a child, which hopefully one day I do, that would definitely be my biggest achievement, or what I'm most proud of. Whereabouts are you in this season? So you've obviously decided to come to return to gymnastics. What was that? Like, how did you figure all of that space out? And like, especially take us back to when you found out you were pregnant. What was going through your head about? Obviously, you're happy, but what was going through your head mainly about your job, which is gymnastics?
Yeah, well, I've always said, well, we both said that if we had a baby, I'd always go back to gymnastics.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always wanted to be a mom and still compete. So we thought the best time would be after Paris 2024, and we luckily fell pregnant 6 months after we said. And then, yeah, I just kept up with my S&C during pregnancy, which I think really helped my comeback.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there was a lot of thoughts going through my mind, but it was all good thoughts.
Yeah. And I can imagine there's a lot of, as you said, thoughts going through your mind during that. It's obviously scary.
Yeah.
Being a parent for the first time, and you've also, you're a professional athlete, and you chose and decided to well, not return, because you never left. Let's put it as that. You had a hiatus for a few months. What's been the most challenging thing coming back to gymnastics?
So I obviously lost a bit of strength and fitness.
Yeah.
So on that side of things, I would say that's probably been my hardest. But I think trying to fit everything in, because obviously when you have a child, they're your main priority. So just trying to fit him in as well as gymnastics. But some days I have to bring him in, which is fine. I just give him to my coaches to look after him whilst I'm training. But yeah, gymnastics wise, strength and fitness, but outside of gymnastics, just trying to fit everything in, I'd say.
Yeah, I commend you with a lot, because obviously I'm no longer a diver, but I know how much training goes in and all the hours, and you want to eat right, you want to do all the right things, you want to sleep good, and like I kind of it's different, but obviously Tom Daly had his first son, Robbie Ray, in I think 2018. And I always, he didn't carry the baby, so like it's a very different thing, but still like the sleep and all that sort of stuff. And your priorities change. I guess you don't really think all about yourself anymore. Like,
No.
is that true? Like, as soon as you knew Parker was coming into this world, did your priorities change almost instantly? Like, and you just kind of, obviously you still care about gymnastics and all that sort of stuff, but does it just kind of just automatically kind of, low priority, and then obviously Parker's just ultimately
Yeah,
the
definitely.
highest priority?
As soon as I fell pregnant, it went straight to Parker.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause obviously with pregnancy, you can maybe have a miscarriage, but that's obviously a main priority there. We want to stay safe. Well, we want to keep him safe whilst he's in my belly, but it just went even further when he was born. So, yeah.
Mm.
But luckily, he's a very good sleeper as well. He does 7 till 8.
Really?
Yeah. So
Wow.
I'm very happy about
You lucked out,
that.
because I've heard some terrible stories. Tom Daly always said his son was his first son Robbie is a better sleeper than his most recent son Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean, he gets up at like 6 o'clock just talking to himself, but it's a cute noise.
Yeah, yeah,
Sometimes. But when I'm very tired and I hear it, I'm like, oh, just go back to sleep, please.
yeah. And obviously, I don't want to get this wrong. Your boyfriend, husband,
Fiance.
fiance. Wow,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Obviously, that's having help is a huge part of this
Yeah.
journey for you. As parent, I think parenthood. It's weird talking about parenthood because I'm obviously not a parent, so I'm like not an expert at all. But it's something I cannot wait to be one day, and I hope I am a good dad.
I'm sure you will be.
Oh, thanks. But it's obviously the help is needed,
For sure.
and of course, what was his name again?
Will.
Will.
Yeah.
How much help has he like been with? Because it's
He's
not easy
no.
having a child, and then also then your partner. What is it? Maternity, whatever it is, maternity.
Yeah.
The female normally gets longer, right?
It's like a year.
Yeah, I'm not clued, but and then and the male, and obviously you're the one who is the busy, the busy one, getting out of the house straight away. Not straight away, but going back to training. How much help has he been?
He's honestly like a super dad. Like, he goes to work. He has Mondays off. He looks after him then when I go to gym. But he goes to work Tuesday till Saturday. He does pretty much all day, and then he comes back, cooks us dinner. Obviously looks after Parker because I've had him all day. So he looks after Parker, cooks dinner, helps with bath time, puts him to sleep. So he honestly, he does a lot. He's like a super dad.
What a champion right there. So is that talk us through a normal kind of day, and talk us through like the hardest how many sessions are you doing a day at the minute?
So I'm only doing 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And about 3 to 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
On those days. So it doesn't sound like a lot, especially to me, because obviously I used to do quite a lot.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah. What hours did you train back in the day?
So before Tokyo, I did Monday through to Saturday. Most of those days, double sessions.
Yeah, same.
I think Thursday was the only one I had just the morning. But before Paris, I did 5 days a week. 2 of those were double sessions. So I think when you get a bit older, you kind of know your work in the sport, so you don't have to train as much, which I like. So.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely that transition where like I never had it because I feel like I retired injury and I had to retire a bit sooner rather than sooner than I thought. But now I see it like my teammates know, like for example Noah Williams, he only not only, but I think he does only 1 session a day. I could be lying, and I'm sorry, but I know like in the latter years of an athlete's life, I feel like you've learned all of the stuff you need to know, and like you're more of a professional because you're thinking about, you're actually smart, you're using your brain, you're eating the right things, you're getting the right sleep. So I feel like you don't necessarily need to be, and actually you need to be careful of injury.
Yes,
because obviously the older you get,
quite risky when you're older.
Yeah. Have you found any like injuries kind of pop up during this time going back? That you didn't have before?
Not really, no. I've always had a little bit of back pain. I feel like that's a very common thing in gymnastics.
Yeah.
But more like DOMs, like I've obviously had 9 to 10 months out, obviously S&C, but gymnastics is a lot different to S&C.
Yep.
So it's like the next day I'll be a bit sore, but it doesn't take me long to get back to my normal self. So.
Yeah. And obviously if you don't want to answer this, if you don't want to answer this question, obviously don't. But when you're pregnant, obviously your body changes a lot, and it's a beautiful, magical thing. It really is, and I'm in awe of the woman's body, how it can bring life into this world, and obviously it changes. And then afterwards as well, I don't know what the right wording is, but was it hard to figure that kind of side of things out coming back? And did you have any advice from anyone or maybe another athlete that has gone through the same, or did you just kind of not wing it, but just kind of learn on the job, I guess?
I mean, I did kind of wing it.
Yeah.
Obviously, during pregnancy, my body did change. I put on a little bit of weight. Towards the end of pregnancy, I hated it. I just wanted him out.
Yeah.
Like I was over it. It was like summer as well. It was boiling. But when I gave birth, I had about a month off of doing completely nothing.
Yeah.
So after that, I just winged it and did S&C for about 2 to 3 weeks with no gymnastics, and then after that, I slowly, gradually brought gymnastics back into it.
Yeah. I think that's the best way to do it, isn't it? Like, not to. I always say this too, and I've learned from it even now. Like, I've fallen off from going to the gym recently. I'll be honest. And I went to the gym yesterday with my mate, and I knew, and I've done it before, and I'm sure you've done it many times. You just go too hard.
Yeah.
You go too hard because you want to lift you want to be the same as what you were before, and then by doing that, you're completely messing up everything. And the next day, you're more likely not going to go to the gym the next day because you hurt so much. So like, even like, I've finally learned, like even yesterday when I went to the gym, I didn't push that hard at all. Even my mate was like, come on, you can do more than that. I was like, nope, there's no need, because then there's less likely you're going to go again. Talk us through one of your training days.
So I'll do Wednesdays because obviously I bring Park with me.
Yeah.
So I start at about 1, but I like to get to the gym for about 11:30 because I need to feed him, change him, and then try and put him down for a nap for 2 hours. Some days he does it, some days he doesn't, because obviously it's different for him. He normally has his cot, but he's just left in the pram. And then I train. Then I do vault, bars, beam, and floor. If he does kick off, obviously Brett, my coach, and Gemma, my other coach, looks after him, plays with him. Yeah, so that's good. We just give him some toys or a little banana to keep him happy. So
I bet you could imagine, like, as a baby. Imagine being a baby, yeah. And I know they kind of. I feel like they don't remember stuff until a certain age, but let's say they do. Imagine being a baby and just looking around. You're in like a gymnasium. But it's basically a big playground.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, like, every time I walk into one, I'm like, I really, really want to have some fun here. And
I know he's going to be there when he's older quite a bit, so he's got to get used to it.
Yeah. Would you let him follow in your footsteps? Obviously, that's very early to say. I'm not but like, I feel like people think about that. I already have an answer, I think, of my future child.
If he does, he can.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't want him to, but if he wants to, he can. I won't stop him.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't want him to, but I don't know.
I mean, I feel I'm the same. Like, obviously, of course, if my future child, wants to do, I'll let him do him, whatever, anything. And if they want to follow in my footsteps in diving, cool.
Yeah.
But I also won't. I don't think I'll automatically put them into a diving trading group or whatever, because I feel like when you know how much, all the hard, and also it's a change for us as well. I'm sure you can probably understand and agree with that. Like, you probably want a little bit of a change, so like, it'd be quite cool if they go into a different sport, or it doesn't have to be sport.
Yeah,
altogether.
I mean, I don't really like watching gymnastics, so I'd rather him not. Especially men's, it scares me.
Yeah. I'm the same as with diving. Like, I hate watching it.
Yeah.
Mainly because I'm not in control.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'd rather, well, not now, but I'd rather compete and train than watch someone train and compete.
I'm the exact same.
And it is scary what we do. Well, what you do. I don't do it anymore. No, I don't. How did you get into gymnastics?
So my sister did it.
Yeah. How old's your sister?
She is 20. She's going to be 29 this year.
Okay. So how much older than you?
So I'm 24. I'm going to be 25 in March.
Yeah. 5 years. Same with my brother.
Yeah.
I love that.
So she started it, but I don't think she only really went for more of like the social life. She to make friends and stuff, and I was more on the determined side, trying to get something out of it. But yeah, was kind of because of my sister, really.
Mm. Where did you start? Are you still at the same like club almost, or like
No, so I started at Tamworth Gymnastics Club, and then around 6, 7 years old, I moved to Park Wrekin, which is in Telford.
Tamworth? Is that down south?
So it's
No.
yes.
Yes.
So it's about
So
20 minutes
you weren't born
from
in
me.
Birmingham?
I was born in Essex.
No. Oh, okay. And then Tamworth is
So I was born in Essex. We moved to Birmingham for my dad's football
yeah,
to
yeah.
play for Aston Villa.
You played for Aston Villa?
He did,
That's
yeah.
so cool. What the hell?
So we moved when I was about 18 months. So I would say I'm more of a Brummie
Yeah.
than Essex.
Yeah, yeah.
But because we thought Tamworth was the closest club to us then, we started there. But I didn't really see myself getting far at Tamworth, so that's why we moved to
Mm.
Park Wrekin.
For some reason, Tamworth is like there's something popping up in my head about. I feel like I've heard Tamworth before, and I don't know if it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like like the Spud Man, Spud Man.
Yeah.
Is that Tamworth? Is that, or does he go somewhere else? I feel like he's always on about Tamworth and having a
No, I
set
think he is
pitch.
somewhere in Tamworth. I think.
Sorry, that's so random, but
I don't know.
as
But
soon
I
as you
think there's
said
quite
it.
a few now.
Yeah,
there quite a
There's
few?
Spud Man, Spud Bro. Let's not get into the Spud Wars because I believe that's a real thing. Okay, so your family are quite sporty.
Yeah, so
your
dad did football,
Yeah.
brother does football.
Yeah.
So.
And then did your mum do any sport? Was she athletic in any way?
No.
No.
I think mum and Gab, my sister, didn't really get the athletic side. So.
Fair. It's very similar to me and my brother, actually. My brother obviously did diving before, same as you, with gymnastics. And I think we spoke about this earlier. I think he kind of quit or stopped doing it at like 16, 17. And we were talking about how me and you were talking about how I feel like it's such a common age, like 16, 17 years old is like the most common age of someone to stop
Yeah.
doing a sport or something they're interested in at a young age. And we said, I think it's because of, there's a lot of distractions at that time. And also, you're going through puberty and you think hanging out with your mates is more important.
Like parties.
Yeah. And obviously we would have obviously missed out on quite a lot of that. But I mean, no regrets, right?
No regrets at all.
You were born down south, Tamworth.
So I was born in Essex.
Essex, sorry. Born in Essex. You moved to
Birmingham.
Birmingham.
When I was like 18 months.
Oh, right. Okay. Wow. Right. So,
yeah, 18 months. First club was Tamworth, then
Yeah.
moved to Park about 6, 7 years old.
did you do gym tots?
No.
No. Did you do any other sports when you were younger?
No, I couldn't really do anything else.
Really?
No, I wasn't very good at anything else.
And obviously you followed your sister's footsteps in gymnastics. Did she didn't do any of the sports? No.
No.
I've got actually quite a good question for you, and it's to do with like the identity shift of post and pre having being a mum and the changes and the differences in that. Did becoming a mum change how you view yourself as an athlete?
I would say so, yeah. I would say so. I think it's made me think about my body more, I think. Just because of how much it's changed and what a woman's body can go through. And yeah, I think also people look at gymnastics and think you can't have a baby and go back to the sport, which has also changed my mind on things. Like I would like to show people that you can still become a mom and come back to the sport you love as well. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's an incredible thing to be able to try and do, and I think it's important because like there is a stigma around sport, and especially females in sport. Like, if you have a baby, it's like you've got to stop, and also so many sports. You're in the prime ages of your life for that sort of stuff. For reproduction, is that no is that the right word for it? No. But either way, they're the prime years of like when like to have a baby, right, and start a family. And I think a lot of athletes don't do any of that because they're like, well, I've got this career that I don't just get a break from. It's not like an office job where you get however many months off and you can just go back. It's very, very different, and I do commend you on it. How is it go? Like, how do you feel now? Is it going better than you thought? Is it a bit slower? Like you on your own kind of timetable?
Yeah, I'm just taking it day by day, but
Yeah,
I think I'm almost strength and fitness wise back to where I was before pregnancy.
amazing.
I've gotten skills back already that I didn't think I would this quickly, which is good.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think it's definitely going in the right direction, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah,
So.
I'm excited too. Was the return harder physically or mentally?
Mentally,
Hmm.
I think 'cause I'm so used to routine fitness, competitions, and I obviously haven't done that for 2 years, and it's been a struggle to get back to where I am now, let alone be where I was before pregnancy. Um, so yeah, it's definitely been more mentally challenging than physically, I think.
Yeah, I can. I feel like I can definitely vouch for you. Obviously, not. I'm not pregnant or had a baby, but like the identity of an athlete, when you kind of take that away for a bit, and obviously I've experienced it in a different light with retirement, and it's definitely it's a rocky path, and it's a challenging one,
Yeah.
because everyone knows you as the gymnast, as the diver, and it is really tough to kind of figure out and transition out of it and stuff. But I guess the one thing you were thinking of the whole time is I will be coming back,
Yeah.
and I'm excited to, and I have this little human who's going to be like my biggest supporter in the world. Um, do you do you? Because I remember Tom Daly always kind of saying he just felt this kind of new drive in him that he didn't have prior to his to having children. Have you felt that yet? Like, do you? The reason why I ask, and the subject I'm on, I'm trying to get it out of my brain and into my lips and into your ears. But obviously, yeah, competition is like the most important thing
Yeah.
before Parker. Um, and that's all you think about, and it's like really serious, and that is good. But then I think sometimes it can get a bit too much,
Yeah.
and you lose sight of things. And I remember Tom saying like the best thing that ever happened to him was having his children, because he didn't care as much, but he um things didn't matter as much, like if things went wrong, because
Yeah.
he still got to go home,
Yeah.
and his child was there, and that child ain't gonna care if you're first or fourth or last. Like, they're just happy you're home. Have you like already kind of felt like something similar or different? Or
No, definitely. I think I'm kind of also still training and wanting to compete because of him.
Mhm.
He's like been my biggest motivation to carry on. But like you said, he's not gonna care whether you come last, first. But to me, I still care about
Yeah,
that. But
yeah, of course.
but no, he's the main reason why I'm wanting to carry on. And just when he's grown up, he has like that story. Well, I have that story to tell him,
Yeah,
and yeah,
and you
so
have the photos as well to show him
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Can you remember the first time you brought him in and you had a training session at gymnastics?
To be honest, it's all been such a
Such a
blur.
blur. No,
Yeah, I
I can
can't even
imagine.
remember the newborn
Yeah.
phase, to be honest.
Oh
But
my
I
god.
think all he did was sleep, really. So he's such a chill baby. Honestly, you wouldn't even know he's there.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you've looked out, I feel. With is there a lot of is the gym very busy when you're training?
It can be, but then it can also be quite quiet. But
Yeah.
at the moment, it's quite busy because it's comp season. So there's floor music, coaches obviously talking, the sound of mats, bars when people fall off, and all of that. So yeah, it's a bit loud, but he's chilling.
Is he the most popular
Oh
man
yeah,
in the gym?
everyone's like, "Oh, how's Parker?" I'm like, "He's fine, but I'm okay as
Yeah,
well."
yeah, yeah.
But no, I don't mind.
Yeah, what about me? um, yeah, because I remember the best training days were whenever any of the staff or Tom or whoever brought like a little child in, and just seeing their faces like with the trampolines and stuff. So I feel like that would be an exciting
Yeah, I mean, when
phase
I
when it
don't
can
bring him
start.
in, they're always like, "Where is he?" I'm like, "No, not today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You've just got me."
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, yeah, I'm still here, so be happy about that. Obviously, it sounds like your coaches are really. I'm guessing they are very helpful with the situation, and
Yeah,
like looking after him if you're I don't know, if mid doing a routine and then he's crying, they will go and like,
I mean, sometimes I'm like mid like be a routine and he's crying and I just look over to Brett and I'm like, and he nods and he's like, yeah, I'll go look after him. Thank
that's really
you.
nice though. Like
Yeah, yeah.
they're fully committed to like
I mean,
helping you
even
on
with
this.
like BG camps, they're always like, you can bring him in if you can't get a babysitter or anything, just bring him in. We'll look after him.
Oh,
So
that's amazing. So British Gymnastics have been quite
yeah, been
supportive.
really supportive.
Really,
Yeah,
that's really good to hear. Because I always wonder about the bigger organizations and how they deal with these sort of things. And I do think they're getting better with time. I
yeah,
feel like,
no, definitely
maybe like 10, 20 years ago, it would have been a
different. Yeah,
completely different story. But it's good to hear that that it's going in the right direction and there's no judgment. Coming from there, on that, I was going to say, was there any pressure to bounce back?
no,
And like there was no
definitely
like
not.
goals, because I obviously understand how funding works, like how so Alice will be national lottery funded,
Yeah,
right? And I was used to be too in diving, and that changes whether every year, whether on performance, right, how
yeah,
well you
yeah.
do. It's pretty cutthroat, to be honest, but it's sport. Was like, how did you manage that? Is there a different like fund or like a thing that like they just keep you on and like,
Um, to be fair, I think because I'm still training.
right?
Obviously, I couldn't train when I was pregnant, but I
It
still
should be
kept up with.
same rules, isn't it? I guess it's
Yeah,
like an
yeah, I
office
still
job,
kept
like,
up with S&C. It's not like I left or
yeah,
anything like that, so it kind of just stayed the same.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, they just said because you're so determined, you're still training, and you've come back very quick. They didn't put any pressure on me. They probably said like, "Slow down, you're
yeah.
going too quick,"
Oh, fair.
which that is me
Yeah.
in a person. But yeah, no, they've been really good.
Do you ever find yourself on the go with no food and no time? Well, me too. And that's where Huel's Black Edition Ready to Drink comes in hand. It's perfect for those who live a very busy lifestyle that don't have time to think about what's for breakfast, dinner, and lunch. Breakfast, dinner, and lunch. Not that way around. It's perfect for those who live a busy lifestyle and don't have the time to think about what's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Huel's Ready to Drink Black Edition contains a whopping 35 grams of protein, 26 different essential vitamin and minerals, and is also low in sugar. By using the code MATTY, that's M-A-T-T-Y, you'll be saving yourself £10 when ordering online. Or alternatively, visit huel.com/Matty, save yourself a bit of money, and you'll also be helping out this podcast. Big thank you to Huel for sponsoring this podcast. Let's get back into the episode. Athlete's prime and the prime years. And I've actually spoken about the prime in other episodes already, and I feel like people like you are kind of knocking down those doors of what a prime age is in for a gymnast, and like I'm aware that it's usually, and same in diving, they're young sports, right?
Yeah.
Which is horrible in a way. It's great because you're like young doing these amazing things, traveling the world. But at the end, you're still young when you kind of stop and you're like, oh God, I've still got a
But
lot
what
of
do you do?
time. Yeah, yeah. What is the prime? What do you think the prime years are in gymnastics, or what the generic people think?
Some people would probably say early 20s.
Yeah,
Or late 20s, early 30s. But honestly, there's gymnasts from other countries still competing. I think someone in their 40s or something
yeah.
still.
I think
Yeah,
I've
she
seen
does
her.
the vault.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's like late 40s, I'd like to say, which is crazy. I don't think
Yeah.
I would go that far, but I'd say for me personally, maybe late 20s, early 30s. I'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. And I think well, it's good to knock down these sort of ideas that people think about the prime of your career, because in diving I feel like my prime was when I was 23.
Mm.
I guess I wasn't able to see if
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
could like if that prime was going to go any longer.
But I tell myself if your body can keep going, you
Yeah,
may as well keep going.
yeah,
But if like with your injury, you obviously had to stop. But um, yeah, I tell myself if my body feels okay, my mind feels okay, I'll just keep going.
yeah, yeah. No, and if you're enjoying it still.
Yeah, if you're enjoying it still, yeah.
Yeah, I always say, like, even to like my teammates and stuff like that, I was like, if I could still do it, I bloody would.
Yeah, yeah.
And like if my body's fine and my head is fine and I am enjoying myself, I would do it
Yeah.
until I die. Like
Yeah.
I genuinely would. So like I'm always like trying to tell like you know what it's like though when you're in it. You sometimes moan about training hours and you're tired and
Yeah, like, I wanna quit.
yeah, all that sort of talk. And then I'm like hearing some of my teammates say that, old teammates, and I'm like, shut up right now. You've got one of the best jobs in the world. You get to
Yeah, yeah.
compete for your country and travel the world and do stuff that's very
Yeah, not many people get to do that.
no exactly. What do you specialize in a apparatus?
Um, Used to be beam. I'd still say it is beam. But I'm more of like a all-arounder
Yeah,
kind of
yeah. And
gymnast.
you obviously got the bronze medal in Tokyo.
Yeah.
In the all around. What are your obviously LA is just over 2 years away. Is that the goal?
Yes.
Yes. And is it what operate like how do you qualify for the games or the world champs? And like how do you do all of the
Yeah, so it's like world championships, I think it's like top 12,
Mhm.
I think. I think it's the year before you have to get the top 12, I think. I haven't done it for 2 years.
Yeah, fair.
So I think it's top 12 worlds, and then obviously when you get to the Olympics, it's top 8 team final. Yeah.
Top 18 final. And then
So I
you're
think
in.
it's the worlds before you have to get in the top 12,
Yeah.
or it's like individual top 24 to do it individually.
And obviously that's your goal.
Yeah, so our goal would be team.
Yep.
To get the team into.
Who is on the team at the minute?
So
Or
we
is it
haven't
not
got like
official?
no, it's not official yet. So there's like a GB camp, so there's like about 16 to 20 of us.
Really?
So yeah,
And then it's whittled
so
down
and then
to
you
is it like
just
4 or 5?
5, yeah,
5.
and then you get like 2 reserves. Yeah.
Oh, it's cutthroat. And like, would you class? Obviously you'd probably class them as friends and
Yeah,
teammates and stuff in it.
definitely. Yeah.
Like it's always hard competing against your friends, and
Yeah,
especially when
it is.
like, well, obviously someone needs to win or someone needs to,
Yeah.
and it's always a weird one, like because you want to win or you want to be there, but you still care about your friends, but
Yeah,
also
no.
ultimately you all want to be there. So,
Yeah.
do you think there's anything that needs to change in the world of sport for athlete parents?
Um, I think some parents might I don't wanna s might sound a bit strict, I think. I think to be more chilled and just let your son, daughter just do what they wanna do, do you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think if you put too much on them, the pressure gets to them, and then that's when they retire, quit too early, I'd say.
hmm
That's that's what I think
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. And it's a weird question, but like, I think that's important because, for example, my parents weren't pushy
Yeah, yeah,
um,
same.
at all.
I think that's the way to be.
Yeah, yeah. Like they just, I may have already repeated myself on a different episode, but I said I wanted to quit one. I mean, I
Mm.
wanted to quit so many
Yeah,
times when I was younger, and
same.
I'd say to my mum and dad like, I'm done. I'm not doing it again, and I might be crying, I might not. Who knows? And they'd say, fine, quit then.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they obviously just called my bluff, and um, that was that. But also, I wanted to ask in the world of obviously not as an athlete parent, but as an athlete parent. Like you're an athlete parent now.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you think that either you feel like you're knocking down doors or that still needs to happen to help kind of obviously everyone knows you can have a kid and you can do these sports, but not everyone always does it, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything you've realized and gone through where you're like, I wish that was set up a bit better? Because obviously I'm sure you're probably like the building blocks for this, especially in British
Yeah,
gymnastics
I'm
as
like the
well.
guinea pig,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, you're one of the first ones to do it. So is there anything like you can think of that needs work? Not necessarily shouting, like not calling people out or anything
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
but just things that you found that have really helped or things that need more work.
I don't think there's anything that needs more work. I think obviously I'm the guinea pig, so it's hard to say, but I think everything that I'm doing is right for me to get me to where I want to be. I haven't been rushed, haven't been pressured. We're taking it day by day, and I'm always getting asked how I am, how my body is. So I think everyone is doing the right thing, and it just feels nice that I'm getting looked after
Yeah,
quite well.
yeah,
So.
yeah. I mean, it must feel incredibly good in that situation, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
everyone's wanting you
I think
to.
yeah, I think we all are a bit like, "Oh, what do we do now?" Because obviously I am the guinea pig in artistic gymnastics. It's happened in trampoline,
Mhm.
but with artistic, it's never happened, so I am the first to do it. So in that sense, it's hard. We're a bit like, "What do we do now? I don't know." But no, I think I'm definitely getting looked after very well.
Good. And do you feel like there's a responsibility, um, as like a almost like as a a trailblazer of someone who is in elite sport and who has had a baby, or are you
Um,
just like, I'm okay, I'm just gonna do me and just.
yeah, I'm pretty chilled. I was chilled before pregnancy, and that it's definitely not changed. I'm just, yeah, I'll do. If you want me to do that, I'll do it. If you don't, I won't. Like, I'll do whatever.
Yeah,
Honestly.
yeah. But that's like a lot of athletes I've met. I feel like are very similar,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think I'm similar-ish. Since I retired, I've just got more stressy and annoying, if I'm being honest. But back, like I just didn't, I just would. Things were simple in a way.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just, your training, what you eat, sleep. It's
All
very
you had to think about was
regimented.
training.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and I do miss the structure.
Yeah.
Is there what are you currently working on at the minute, and what have you got coming up?
So I've actually got my wedding
Wow.
end of May.
Where is it gonna be?
Um,
Obviously, not the address. We don't want people turning up.
it's in Worcester,
Lovely.
so about an hour away from me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've had a baby and getting married in the space of 8 months. So lovely. Crazy. Don't know why I've done that, but get it all done.
Yeah,
Out the
yeah.
way.
Did you in your head? Did you always have kind of a plan of how you? I feel like everyone always makes a plan in their head. I remember when I was a bit younger, I thought I was gonna have. I genuinely thought I was gonna be a dad, and maybe be married at like. I think I was like saying like 20 by 25, and
Yeah, yeah.
I'm turning 28 in
Yeah.
like 4 days, and that's none of that's happened. Did you have like a similar sort of plan in your head, and like how much has it changed? And
Well, we obviously wanted to get married first, but
yeah,
then I thought if I want a baby now and still carry on, I'm gonna have to have. If I want a baby and still carry on, it's gonna have to be now.
yeah, yeah.
But we booked our wedding venue, and then the week after we found out that I was pregnant. So if we found out I was pregnant before we booked the venue, we wouldn't have booked it. So we would have waited a little bit longer to book the wedding.
Right.
But we obviously put quite a big deposit
Yeah,
down
yeah. I
because
was gonna
obviously
say
weddings are
they're not
expensive.
cheap, are they?
So we couldn't really cancel it. So we just yeah, we're winging that as well. We're seeing where that goes.
It's exciting though. When
It
is it?
is 28th of May.
28th of May.
Yeah, so not long.
Lovely. Hopefully no one turns up in what's no, no, no. um, yeah. My girlfriend always says as well. Like she's like, I don't want to be. What is it? I don't want to be pregnant and getting married at the same time. I was like, oh, we're thinking about that stuff now. But obviously, I do want to be a dad, and I feel like you get to an age and it's like, oh, like this is kind of normal now. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
sort of stuff is what we're not meant to do, but we can do.
Mm.
And I always feel like I'm still in my head. I feel like I'm still like 22 or
Yeah, yeah.
21, and I don't even think I'm almost 28, and I feel like I've recently started to feel it, and I feel like I'm going through a quarter life crisis, if I'm being honest.
I mean, when I announced my pregnancy, I was a bit like, oh, I don't know how people are going to react. Like, when I announced it, I was still like, oh, I feel like I'm 20, 21 years old.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
people are going to think.
yeah.
But no, yeah, it was
All
very,
good, all good responses.
yeah,
And
very good.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
I know what you mean actually when you say that, because yeah, like I'm 27, but I would still think like if I was to tell my mum tomorrow, oh, we're having a baby, I genuinely, I would just automatically feel like she would be like, oh my god, like you
Yeah,
sure, like
yeah.
like, but obviously she wouldn't. She would be buzzing.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's that weird perception of, but maybe
Yeah.
it's just because we don't grow up until we have our own thing to look after, not thing, child, and then obviously all your priorities change and feel like you become a real adult.
Yeah.
Do you feel like a difference within yourself?
I
Like,
don't
do you feel like
actually
a
know.
mum?
I
Like,
mean,
is
I
there a
feel like a
difference?
mom, but I
Yeah.
don't feel like I'm acting any different or being any different. So, just got a little child.
Mm. And like the first day you brought Parker home, which I can imagine like was it's like the kind of I think about that day and I feel like that it's a scary day because it's like, well, obviously, you know,
It's,
you've gone
yeah,
through a lot, but
you don't know
all of a
what to do.
sudden, yeah, all of a sudden you're like, you've got just a little
It's like, how
human.
do I keep you alive?
Yeah. And I feel like we spoke about, so me and Alice are represented by the same management, and I saw you and we had a good chat at their Christmas party, and I feel like we spoke about this, about the day, like the first night at home with your baby, and I'm pretty sure you and your fiance said that, yeah, you both were just watching
We just looked to the
watching
side.
Parker sleeping and making sure, like, you like
He
listening
was
out for
breathing,
breathing.
feeling his chest, yeah. I mean, you do that for a good couple months, I think,
Really,
yeah.
really. Oh God. And no sleep, I'm presuming.
No, I mean, we had to wake him up because you have to feed them like every 3 hours.
Yeah.
So we had to wake him up. Like, he wasn't waking us up. No, no.
That's
I was
mad.
like, What have we done here?" I
Yeah.
mean, I love it, but
I know. Obviously, you said you're quite laid back and like you're not like stressy. And I'd say I am. And obviously, you've had a baby that is very chill.
yeah.
But watch me have a baby who is like crying all night and just not giving me any sleep, and I'll just I don't know. I won't be able to cope.
I mean, they do say if your first one's chilled, your second one's not so chilled,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah,
or you have a chilled newborn, you have a crazy toddler.
yeah. Isn't it
So
is it naughty freeze? Know what they call it?
there's
Chaotic freeze? No, terrible
terrible
twos.
twos.
There you go.
But my nephew's almost hitting 2, so
And is he terrible yet?
no, he's getting there.
Fair.
He's gonna be basically 2 at my wedding, so
And you're having kids at the wedding. That's like a big thing as
just
well.
him and Parker, yeah.
Fair, fair. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
Parker.
he's going straight after the ceremony, my nephew.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
So
And Parker's gonna have the best. Has he got a little suit?
they're matching, yeah.
Oh, stop it! That is beautiful. Oh, I love it. You're living out my dream here, to be honest. Damn. What competitions are you kind of aiming towards?
So obviously this year I'm just taking it day by day. I want to be back to all around properly towards the end of the year, so for Worlds maybe.
Yeah.
But if I don't and I'm only doing a couple pieces, it's fine. So from I'd say next year is when I want to be where I was before pregnancy. So and Europeans is this year as well, but who knows? We'll see.
I feel like your mentality is really. I didn't really notice this about you, but your mentality towards all of this is like really inspiring, because you're not like, just then you're like, if I'm not ready, I'm not ready.
Yeah.
And like you're quite like so many people are like on you, or like, you know, on like, oh my God, I'm not gonna make it, I'm behind on training or whatever, and they're just panicking, and that's not gonna do anything good anyway.
Might make it worse.
Yeah, it makes it worse. And I didn't know how like kind of laid back you are. There's a lot of notes out of your book that I should have had.
I mean, the way I look at
many years
it
ago.
is I've achieved everything I want to achieve. I've got an Olympic medal, Commonwealth, Worlds, Europeans. I've had a baby. I'm getting married, so
Yeah, you're right.
whatever
Actually,
happens,
yeah,
and if
yeah,
it doesn't, it doesn't.
yeah.
So
You've yeah. That's a beautiful way to look at it. And also, like, I felt proud of you then when
Thank you.
when you said all of that. Like you've done, yeah. Damn, I'll be there soon, hopefully. Right, I always like to do a quick fire segment
Okay.
with each guest, and it's always the same. So far, it's been the same questions, and try and keep it to like a 1-word answer
Okay.
as much as you can. But don't worry if not. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Early bird or night owl?
Early bird at the moment, yeah.
Most used emoji? The baby one.
Yeah, probably the baby one.
yeah. Go-to karaoke song?
Something from High School Musical.
I respect that.
Yeah.
An awful lot. I remember, you know, the High School Musical CD back in the day. Just the music though, not the film. Open it up, and then the wallet that it would come. No, not the wallet. There was like a paper thing.
Yeah.
Take that out. The lyrics were in there.
Yeah.
Obviously, you knew that. I knew that too.
The first song that Troy and Gabrielle sing.
Go on. Which one was that? No, you'd have to sing it. But which one was that? Do you remember? Na 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 na, yeah. You are the. Anyway, 1 word your friends would use to describe you.
Chilled.
I would agree. Your toxic trait.
Oh. Well, now it's being late all the time.
At least you have a good excuse. Something you're weirdly good at.
People have said being a mom, so I'll take it.
Yeah, take that. Something you're embarrassingly bad at.
Every other sport,
I
apart from gymnastics.
should get you to try diving.
Oh.
You might surprise. I feel like you'd surprise yourself.
I mean, I'm not a fan of water.
Oh, fair enough then. We're stuck at that one. Most chaotic habit.
I don't really have one.
Yeah, I feel like I believe you. Because you're chilled, laid back, organised.
I have to put on a certain wristband and handguard
Yeah. Okay.
before I do bars.
And has it been like the same for years? Yeah. Superstition.
I did it one time and
Without.
yeah, it stressed me out.
Yeah. It's weird how that superstitions come into sport. Last thing you Googled.
How to use the tube.
The London Tube to get here. I love that.
I don't know what to get on.
No, fair. What did you get on? Was it Piccadilly?
Yeah, Piccadilly.
Did you come from King's Cross?
So I came from Euston. I went to Green Park to Piccadilly.
Yeah,
That's
fair.
what it told me.
Yeah. So did you use City Mapper?
No, I used ChatGPT.
No, I've been using ChatGPT a bit too much as well, like that. Like with little things, like it's better than Google in a way. Sorry,
No, it
Google,
is.
but like it is
I've used
because
it a bit too much.
yeah, like you just ask it a question, it'll tell you exactly what you need.
Yeah.
When Google, you have to like
Yeah.
search, get past the sponsored stuff.
Gives you a step by step.
Yeah, it's brilliant. We're out of time, which is very sad. But I've really enjoyed talking with you today. I hope you've enjoyed it
Thank you
too.
for having me.
Of course, and we'll hopefully see you soon.
Yeah.
Best of luck with everything. I'll be supporting you all the way, and also
Thank you very
I hope you
much.
have a really fabulous wedding.
Oh, thank you.
Most
Me
welcome.
too.
Thank you, Alice.
Thank you.
Yay!